Welcome, Peacock fans, to another episode of Peacocks on the Prowl. I'm Jim Lowry, and sitting with me today is head coach of the men's wrestling team, Heath Grimm. Coach, nice to have you here.
Good to be here, Jim.
All right, Coach, this weekend you guys had a home event against the Dragons of Moorhead. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about it?
Yeah, it was great getting back to Dorman Gymnasium. You know, first home conference dual meet of the year. We're coming off the national duels. We wanted to make sure that we carried that momentum into this conference schedule. No better way to get started than wrestling at home. Moorhead, I give them some respect, no doubt about it. They got a good coaching staff. They got some good young kids. They've been receiving votes in the rankings, so we definitely weren't going to fall asleep on those guys. And I thought from 125 through heavyweight, we gave a pretty good effort.
Specifically, Coach, in the middle there, from like 149 up through about 174, you just had a good string of matches. Why don't you kind of tell us about those weights?
Yeah, I mean, I'd start with Rinken at 157. You know, he had to wrestle a kid that we lost a couple close matches to last year. And it was nice to see Jordan get out there and get on his offense right away, take what comes. I think we scored 3 takedowns on him in maybe the first period. So really opened it up there. That looked good. You know, at 149, Penichet is doing a great job. I think he's up to like 23 wins as a redshirt freshman. Even at 141, Rotes wrestled a real solid match, a kid that's ranked ahead of him in the region for whatever those rankings are worth. So it was nice for Jordan to go out there and to knock that guy off and do it in sound fashion. I thought Jordan looked really crisp. And then jumping back above Rinken there at 165 with Bennett's, Vance at 174, Westerland at 184. All those guys did an outstanding job, taking away their opponent's strengths, but also staying within their own game plan. So, you know, pretty solid group, you know, moving on up that lineup. You know, we feel like we put one of the best dual meet teams in the country together, 125 to heavyweight. All
right, Coach, talking about all the middleweights in there, Colby Vance had a great match, and his pin looked a little weird if you're not a wrestling fan. Kind of talk us through the pin here.
Yeah, I mean, Colby's a long, rangy guy. You know, he feeds that leg inside and can reach over and pull that other leg in, and it's called a spladle. Really puts a lot of stress on that guy, and Colby's able to kind of perfect that. He's been doing it for years now. So, you know, it's just like anyone. It's you take what, you know, God gave you, you know, as a body, and these guys, you know, have adapted their skills, you know, with their bodies. And Colby's a long, rangy, strong kid, and he can reach over there and grab that pretty easy and put a lot of pain on these opponents.
All right, Coach, coming up this next weekend, you'll have an away match. It's against Northern State. What are you kind of looking for from the team in that one?
More of the same, you know, consistency, continually to impose our will on those guys and not always react to what the opponents bring in towards us, but to go out there and wrestle in positions that we are comfortable, where we're strong, and then converting those into scoring opportunities. You know, I guess we like getting started off strong. I know this team kind of feeds off each other as much as they can. So, you know, we're looking for another strong start, you know, at 125.
All right, Peacock fans, that's all we have with Coach Heath Grimm today, but stay right there. We have Jordan Rinken coming right up. And we're back, Peacock fans. Joining me now is Jordan Rinken off the wrestling team. Jordan, nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, and this Moorhead match, you went up against a wrestler from Moorhead that you had lost to your previous 2 matches against him. And in this one, you just seemed to have control of the match the entire way. Why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah, he beat me last year in the duel by like a couple points, and then last year it was either me or him have another chance to, on the backside of regionals, to go to nationals, and he had beat me in overtime. So I just felt really focused in this match. This whole week, all I could think about is different ways this match could go down, and every time I was thinking of them, I was in control the whole time, and that's what I did. I felt that I was in mental and physically in control that whole match.
I don't think anyone can deny that you were in physical control the entire match. About 35 seconds in, it was evident to everyone watching that you were just going to keep coming at him and keep coming at him. What was your feeling when you were on the mat? At some point, did you just know that you had his number?
Yeah, I think, well, right after the whistle went, I attacked him right away and kind of gave him what he wanted, and then he kind of gave me a little bit back, and I knew right then was my chance to score, and I capitalized on it really quick, and I thought, wow, that was kind of easy. You know, this kid ain't as tough as what he was last year or what everyone thinks he is, so I cut him and figured I was pretty confident going in, I could take him down again, and it was shortly after that, 20, 30 seconds later, I took him down again, and I thought, gee, I'm going to tech this kid on takedowns. And I think towards the end of the second, or towards the end of the first, or beginning of the second, I scored another takedown off of his attack, which felt really good. I think that's when I kind of sealed the deal for both of us. I think he knew he wasn't going to shoot and score on me, and there's no way I was going to let him shoot and score on me either.
Talking about your takedowns in the first round, as we can see here, you look just to have, you know, complete control of his body. Kind of tell us, you know, what's going on here that we're looking at?
I mean, we're just looking at him we're kind of locking horns per se, and I'm just hitting something quick, something that doesn't take very much energy. It's kind of called a slide by, and the first one I got in the first period really quick, and then the second one was towards the edge of the mat, which is a really good way to not get a stalling call at the edge of the mat, is kind of circle your butt in, and that's what I did there. Is I circled in and hit the slide by quick and got a takedown at the edge of the mat.
Coming off of a match like that and looking toward Northern State this coming weekend, does that give you momentum going forward, or do you kind of have to rein yourself back in, you know, knowing that, yeah, you had a great match here, but you can't let yourself get complacent?
Yeah, I think I enjoyed my night with my family and kind of just soaked in that closure, I guess, from that match, because that kid I was 0-2 against him, and then just putting on a performance like I did just kind of gave me closure of, okay, this kid there's just no way he can beat me. I got his number. But looking forward, I think that I'm going to have the same mentality throughout the whole week. I got one guy to worry about, and that's on Friday night, and that's what I'm going to focus on, what I need to do this whole week, mentally and physically, and just prepare myself for that one match. It's not a tournament. It's just this one match. We both know he knows he's wrestling me. I know I'm wrestling him, and I know what it's going to take to beat him. So.
And there you have it, Peacock fans. Peacock Wrestling back in action this weekend. They'll be at Northern State Friday night. You'll be able to catch all the results on UpperIsleAthletics.com. Until next time, Peacock fans, I'm Jim Lowry. Thanks for watching.